Good evening, everyone. Last session, we learned about working with images in HTML. We learned how to create some designs. We learned IMG element. We discussed about the attributes for image. And we learned how to design some cards. Cards like design, how to create. We learned about that. So next important, while working with these images, one more important concept is today we will see one another design, how we can create it. We will see like some Amazon cards. Suppose we are having some Amazon cards. We will see how to create such a design. Actually, to create these card-like design, so we need some, these are all cards. Anything you can create. I will show you one set, others you try to do that, right? So here, how to create these cards. One small sample we will take. Suppose I will copy some background image. So we are having some background image. I will copy this image. This is Amazon banner. Okay. So let's keep this Amazon banner in our images. Okay. Next, we have, suppose you see this card. So here the card is having, this is a card. The card is having three sections. This is the card header. This is the card body and card footer. And in card body, again, we have two rows. We have two rows in the card body. And every row is having two columns. Every row is having two columns. That is what card looks like. So we will try to design this. We will see how to create this. That means how we can keep the images and design such option. Let's see how we can do. For that, first we will copy these images. I will save this image A1. That is add one, some A2. Okay. And A3, A4, and we have A5 and A6. We have A7 and we have A8. Like this we are having. So A9, A10. So we have A11. Okay, and we have A12. Okay, these are all the images we are having. A13. Okay, all these images are copied. Let's see how to design this. This is the banner. We want some cards like that. So We will open our project. In this, we will create some Amazon cards. So we are creating a new file and let's say Amazon cards.html. Okay. In this, we have the page. This is having a title Amazon and we just need a header. And below this, we have a section. Now in the header, we want a image. So I will use image source dot slash images. We are using the image as Amazon banner. And we will keep width 100%. 100% is a fluid size. Now you can see the header looks like this. This is the header. That is the header we are having. Now what we will do is body, we will have a style, body background color, we will put some gray. So we are having some light gray. That is the background color we are adding. For entire body, the background color is gray. That's how we are having. Now, below this header, we have a section. In the section, you see the section have 4 divisions. It is having 4 cards. So we will create 4 divisions, div 1, div 2, div 3, and div 4. We have 4 divisions inside. So every division, I will make it like a card. Every division, I am applying card. That means we have 4 cards. I am giving class as card. Okay. Now, generally, it is currently empty. Nothing is there. So what I will do here is wherever section is present, we need to display as grid. How many columns? Grid template columns, 4 columns, 3 fraction, 3 fraction, 3 fraction, 3 fraction. And every card, we have card. Every card will have a background color white. And every card will have some padding as 5 pixel, margin as 10 pixel. Every card is having padding and margin. Every card will have a height 400 pixel. That means you will see we have 4 cards like this. Now this section is below header. Below the header section is present. So what I will do is I will move the section margin top as minus 200 pixel. Minus 200 pixel means from its position to top. Then you can see it will be like this. I will make minus 250 pixel. It will be like this. These are, that is the header and this is the cards. That means we have a section and the section is below header. We are making the section move to negative. That means minus. That means it will be over the header from its position. Actually, section position is below header. We are moving it top. So every card have some gap. So if you want to reduce this margin, you can give 5. then it will have some gap. We have 4 cards here. Now every card have 3 sections. You saw this one. You can have more gap. More gap is how much? 10. 10 means it will have more gap. Now you can see every card. Actually, I'm designing second row. So every card is having 3 sections: head, body, and footer. So in every card, we will design 3 divisions. The first division is card header. Second division is card body. Third division is card footer. Card footer. Okay. And important is in the card body, we have 2 rows. So this is 1 row and this is another row, 2 rows. So what I will do is in the card body, 2 divisions. This is row. In the row, how many columns are there? 2. That means I will keep a div. This is 1 column and this is another column. That means every row is having 2 columns. In the card body like that, we have another row. 2 rows are there. And every row is having 2 columns. It is having 2 columns. Okay. Like this, I want every card. So I will select header, body, footer. I will copy them. So the same I want in the second card. Okay. The same I want in the third card. Okay. But fourth card is different. We will design it later. Initially, what is in the card header? First card. In the first card, the header is this one. Then I will keep a title div and I will give the class as card title. That is the card title. Okay. In the card body, in the row, we have 2 images. In one column, one image source dot slash images a1.jpg. Okay. Width I will give as 100%. It fits the parent container. Similarly, second one is A2 and second row, third one is A3 and fourth one is A4. Okay. Now here we have the footer have a div. We will put that see all offers like this we are giving. That is in the footer. This is class as footer title. Okay. Now these are the images and everything in the first card. You see the first card looks like this. Now we need to make the appearance perfectly here. Let's go. What we have to do. Already card padding I given 5 pixel. Now in the card title, I am giving font family Arial, font weight bold, font size as 20 pixel. That means it will be like this. All headers must be same. Then what I will do, card header. We have card header. Okay, card header height I will give as 40 pixel. I think 60 looks better. All card headers same height so that they will not be mismatching the height. Okay. Now in every row, 2 columns are present. That means We will access row, dot row. We are accessing dot row, and row must be divided display into grid. Grid template columns. How many fractions? 6 fraction and 6 means we need to divide into 2. That means you will see that they will be like this. And we want some space between the columns. We will use grid gap. Grid gap as some 5 pixel, then there will be some gap. That is the body. So that is the card header and card body. And below this, every title, we have some text. So budget under 10,000, something like this. Okay. So here I am writing a paragraph. This is budget and how they given pipe and under 10,000 like this we are giving. So here we have ampersand, ampersand, ampersand hash 8377 semicolon. That will get a rupee symbol. That will get a rupee symbol. The paragraph we are giving. Now here we are adding little bit different. That means what we will do is in the row, wherever paragraph is there, every row font family, we will make it as Arial. That looks fine. And font size as suppose 14 pixel. We'll keep it short. So 12 pixel, it will be like this. We are having some content below. Now what we will do is the same. We will add your wish. You can put anything mid-range. Actually, if I give 14 or 15, then it will be large. Then obviously, I think 12, 13 looks okay. Then I will put a BR here. That means after this, we put a break. Then it will come in the next line. Next, the same I need to copy. So mid-range. This is mid-range. Okay. Let's say it is selecting everything. I will copy the same paragraph. I will add here as some mid-range. And mid-range, so some say 10,000. So 10,000 and we have like 25,000. Okay, this is the general paragraph, 25,000. Okay, that is another title we are having. Premium. Actually, I will copy this paragraph there. Okay, we are adding just the paragraph here, premium. Now another one is another paragraph, ultra premium. That means I'm adding that here. I think same is there. Okay. I'll just change this to ultra. Ultra premium. Okay, 40,000 above. Okay. Now you can see this is all the content we are having inside the card. That is the card we are having. Now what we need to do? Footer. That means we need to define the card footer. So card footer also have a footer title. So we have footer, card footer, text align as center, and font family as Arial. And I will put as font. So simply color as dark cyan. Okay, this is the color. See all offers it is having. Your wish, you can keep height also. So that means, for example, footer have padding top as 10 pixel. Some gap will come so that it is below, little below is there. This is one grid. We are designing a grid. The same way others. What is the next category? In the next category, I will select this and just I need to keep this. This is the second card header, a div. And what is the class? We have to put class as what? Card title. Then automatically it will have that. Now we need images and the contents. So in the row, we have image. I will copy similar. I will copy similar image. I will put it in the row. Image and paragraph. This is A5. This is A6. And this is A7. And that is A8. We are having A8. That means you can see those images also here. That is the second grid we are having. Now we need to change the titles. So we need to change the titles, just your wish. So I'm changing the title. So I'm changing the title. So that is the title we are changing. Dresses, sarees. So we have like here. So this is the titles. And we have those. And what about the footer? So we need to define the footer also same, right? That means we need actually every row height also we can keep common height so that these alignments are not disturbed because one is having more height, more width. Every row can have correct height. Suppose you see every row is having height as suppose 150 pixel. That means all rows will have correct height. There will be no difference now. That's also good. Every row we can keep a correct height, so it will not disturb the alignment with others, right? Now we have a card footer. In the card footer, we will put a div. This is as footer title, and we will say more. That means it will display like that. That so we say suppose more offers, and we will keep like this. So I think rest of them you can design. I just given a simple overview here. So that means our intention is to understand how to use the images, how we can arrange our content in rows and columns and keep the content. Here I used images for background, header. I moved the section to the negative and we designed like this. Now the same thing you try with others. I think you can try others. Now in this, the card body have only one image and we have a footer. That means we don't have any rows in that. We don't have any rows in that. We just have a card title and in the card body. That means actually what is that? Last one is different. In the last card, we have a div. This is class card header. In the card header, we have a div. Class is what? Card title. Card title, it will keep in this way. where it is text. Text, I will paste this one, then the title will come. What about the card body? So div, we have a class as what? Card body. In the card body image source is dot slash images. So A13 is the image. So width is 100%. I am keeping the width as 100%. Then it will be like this. So that is depending on how you want. And what else is there? We have a class. What is the class? Card footer. Card footer, and we will put here the footer title. Footer title and get offers. But we need to increase the height of this image. What is the height of image? I will give some height of image 300. It will fit that image like this according to what it is having in other body section. It will fit like this 275. I think it looks better for that. So, or 280 or 290, then it looks like this. This is the card. And rest you can design. That means what I will do is whatever is there, you have to keep here. Right? You can try this. I will copy this example. This is Amazon cards. You must able to design this because almost every website has similar concept. Majority of website, they show their contents, highlights, products or any content highlights in the form of cards. There will be several designs of cards which you will later learn with more CSS, means overlapping cards and animated cards. We will learn in the next levels how to do that. But initially, this is one example of Amazon, how we can work with the cards. This example I just showed you to make you understand about image, how to use image. Actually, image have some important advanced attributes. Already you learned some basic attributes, but some advanced attributes are present. These advanced attributes are not required every time, but in later some occasions we need them. And in that case, we have to know about these attributes. Majority these you will use while learning some backend technology. When you are dealing with backend technologies, when you are building a complete app, then you will understand about these advanced attributes. And majority of experienced people asked questions on these advanced attributes. One important attribute is cross origin. This is one important attribute of image. Means remember, several people even don't know that these attributes are present for image. Right? Because these are not used at general level every time, but very important for some future projects that you work with APIs and all. Because these days all projects related to APIs. Then majority you have to use these advanced attributes also very much. Many people even don't know about them. That image is having an attribute called cross origin. But this cross origin is very important. Actually, cross origin is nothing but, so it refers to CORS. That means cross origin resource sharing. So what is the point is, it is used for images, so which are accessed from remote APIs, remote remote locations, which are accessed from remote locations. That means actually it allows to set restrictions for image. It allows to set restrictions for image. So it have two important options. One is allow anonymous and use credentials. So allow anonymous and use credentials. These are two important points. So this is not used every time, but these days in modern web applications, these are very common, especially when you are dealing with images coming from remote. Images from remote means, let's see one example here. Suppose we want to access some images and use some images. I will show a website here. So we will see one website here. For example, we have api.nasa. This is NASA website. This is NASA related API website. Actually, it is officially built for software developers. That means if you are a software developer and you are building some apps related to science, technology, and space, whatever data you need for your apps related to space and science, those data NASA will provide. NASA says that we will freely provide you data, you can use it. That is the intention actually. What is the intention of this is, the objective of this site is to make NASA data, including all imaginary and accessible to application developers, app developers. Now, what is the point is, generally, this data have restriction. That means, do you know, they provide data, but it is completely under their control. They can, whenever they want, they can stop. And whenever they want, they can restrict certain content. You can show the content, but whenever they want, they can stop it. You developed an app with the data from these people, the data is under their control. That means if you download and try to use it, your website will be blocked because it leads to copyright issues. Immediately your site will be blocked. You have to face several legal issues. You try to use the data directly, but it is under control. How it is under control is, suppose see here, in this website, browse APIs. When you browse APIs, they will give you some data, astronomy picture of day. They will provide some data. Let's click. You see, this is the astronomy picture of day. That is the picture of day. And we want that image. And for that, actually, they will provide you some key. You click on this query, then they will provide you data like this. And remember, this data is understandable to you later when you learn JavaScript. Well, we call it as JSON. In this data, you see there is a image URL. This is the picture URL. Now what you do is you copy this picture URL and go to your project. In your project, I will just put a new file, demo.html. Here I am adding one image that is nothing but img. So width is some 500, height is some 400. And image source is coming directly from their URL. That means we have to paste the URL. Now, when you put this URL, actually, they will give a API key. Later, you will learn about all those keys and all. Generally, what you can do now is you can see the image is working. That image will come and it will display here. This is the astronomy picture of the day. This is the image they are having. Every day that image changes. That means you open that website tomorrow, means open this page tomorrow, it may get a new image. You don't need to change, they will change. Because the data is coming from that URL will change. Later in JavaScript, we will design like that. That means what we do, we will write a logic to get the data from the URL and we will print the image here. That means image is not present in your PC. It is coming from their direct database. Now, do you know how they control this image? Actually, for image, we have an attribute called cross origin. We have anonymous and use credentials. Anonymous means anybody can use it. And use credentials, that is used for APIs. Use credentials means if you have proper permissions, then only it will work. You may ask like how to get permission. For that, they will give a key, registration key. You have to include that in your program, then it will work. That you will learn in JavaScript how to include the key. Actually, you go to this website, in that they will give you generate API key. You have to go to, you enter email address and name and details. They will send a API key to your email. You have to use that key as a programmer. Then you are allowed to watch those images, display those images. Now, what happens is when I put use credentials, you can see that that image is no longer visible. Now, later what you can do is you can even put in such a way that it will ask for user ID password. You enter user ID password, then the photo will open. That means we are giving use credential. Credentials means it can verify user ID, password, or API keys. If the key is valid, then it is going to show you the image. That means if this is not given, it can be viewed by anybody anytime. But if it is given, we can control it. How to control, that is not here. That you will learn in JavaScript, how to put the credentials, how to work with APIs and credentials. So it is no wonder that many people even don't know about this. Why they don't know about this? Until or unless they know complete API full stack development. Even people who know full stack development, very rarely they have to use this, only when the data is coming from some remote. If it is locally coming, so some resources are locally kept and used, then you don't need this cross origin. Cross origin is required for images only when they are accessed from a remote place. So usually how you write, like this is just only the attribute. So you need image. SRC is coming from where it is coming from. SRC, I will copy this URL temporarily. Means I will just copy this one. SRC is coming from some path, some remote URL. And here we can put cross origin. It can use anonymous and it can use credentials. That is image. You don't need to practice this. You need to just know about it. Later you will work with it. So in image related attributes, one important attribute is this cross origin. Example, I will keep like this. I will just keep like this. This is one concept of how we can use cross origin. Cross origin is an important attribute, right? Next important in the image attributes, we have the image attribute called decoding. Decoding is another important attribute. This is also very much used in the modern generation of images. What is the concept of decoding is? Decoding defines how image have to load along with other content in the page. How it should load along with other content in the page. So it controls image loading along with other content in page. It can define two methods. Actually, it can define sync, it can define async, or it can define auto. Decoding can be synchronous, asynchronous, and auto. That is also an important attribute. Decoding can be synchronous, it can be asynchronous, and it can be auto. This is also an attribute which you cannot try now. That is the reason I am giving all these later, last, because these you will learn when you are working with backend integrations. Use them, you will use them. Decoding is nothing but, for example, suppose we have some image and we have some paragraph. Now we have paragraph and image. Now the question is, so out of these two, I will remove this credentials and all. Yeah. Now we have image and the paragraph. Out of these two, means the concept is how image will load. Suppose image is taking more time to load because it is coming from some other place, means remote, and it is heavy, it is taking time to load. If image is taking time to load, you can make the paragraph wait until image is loaded. Or you can load the paragraph along with image simultaneously. That means that you decide whether you want to block other content until image is loaded or you want to load other content along with image. Usually by default it is asynchronous. Asynchronous means what? Asynchronous means all at a time. Means I will show you here one simple point I will tell you. Usually, suppose we have A, we are having some A. This is 10 MB. We have like B, this is 2 MB. We have C, this is 8 MB. Like this, we are having some data. Generally, when you make a request, the request will come to A. A is 10 MB. It will take some time. But no problem. It will wait until the 10 MB completed. That means it will wait until 10 MB completed. After 10 MB completed, then it will go to B. This is called synchronous. Synchronous means one after another. But asynchronous means it make a request to A. It is taking time. Then it will not wait. It will make a request to B. It will not wait. It will make a request to C. Then which one is first? Which one is lightweight? That one will come first. That means it will not block the other content while loading the content. Synchronous means it will block the other content while loading the current content. That means you are loading something, Everything else will be blocked until this is finished. Asynchronous means load along with it. For example, that is the example here. For example, I want this image not to load the paragraph until the image is finished. Then what you can do is we can put decoding as sync, async, auto. Three options will be there. We can make it sync. If I make it sync, what does it means? It will block the other contents. So until the image is finished. You can put async. That means it will load along with other content. You can put auto. That will be decided according to image and situation. According to connection speed, according to image size, according to image type, according to other content present inside, it will decide. That means whether to use synchronous or to asynchronous. That means it will change. In some situations, it will be synchronous. In some situations, it will be asynchronous. If you keep auto, it is not under your control now. It is dependent on the internet speed, because internet speed is not always same. It depends on the image size and it depends on the content along with the image. So that is usually auto. So what is the meaning of sync? So sync is blocking and async is unblocking. So this changes according to situation. Unblocking means along with other content. Blocking means blocks other content. That is actually decoding. So image source is something and decoding is async or sync or auto. That is the decoding attribute. So we have two important attributes for future to use. One is decoding, another one is cross origin. Another important is importance. It sets priority for image. So priority includes, we have low priority, we have high priority, and so we have medium. This is auto, low, high, and auto. Importance is the priority for image. This is also another important attribute that we use in future while working with the backend. So if there are so many images, for example, we have an advertisement, we have a company logo, we have some banner. Which one is high priority? We can tell. That means if I say that company logo priority is high, then first it will load it. Advertisement image priority is low, then it will give second priority. First priority is always for the logo. That means you can set the priority for image. We can just add importance. Importance we can put as low, as high, and we can also put as what? Auto. Importance indicates how the priority should be given. So auto means it will decide according to the speed. So the current internet speed. But if you put high, and remember, if two images are given high, then again, it depends on their location, their size, their type. It will use other criteria for loading. But always high priority images will load first, low priority images will load second. That priority you can control by using low and high. So this is another syntax. Image source is something, and importance can be low, it can be high, or it can be auto. So these are generally used for images. Another important attribute for image is src set. Src set actually it is used to configure multiple images. So remember, an image element can embed multiple images. But however, so images will rotate with CSS attributes. That means the images will rotate. Rotate means here, rotate in the sense the images will change according with CSS attributes. Source set means in one place you can show many images. And actually we call these as add rotators. Image rotators will be there. Add rotators are nothing but in one place, photo is not standard. One time it will show one image, another time it will show another image. That means the same page you are loading again and again, but every time image will not be same. So after few seconds, some other image will come. Remember, images can change according to the situation. You can put lot of images. That means it is not one image, but it requires some CSS also later to use. If later we will use, later we will learn how to change that source set by using CSS. Then what we use some CSS media queries, through that we can change the images. That means what is the point is this image can change. That means, for example, I refresh every time the same image will come, but we can design in such a way that whenever you refresh in 3-4 times, every time different picture will come. That means location is same, but the image that shown is different. That we can control by using src set. So that is possible by src set. Actually, it will not use src. It will not use src. It will use src set. That means a source set. It is a collection of images, right? Later you will learn how to handle that. So that means for that we need lot of CSS here. We have syntactically image. This time src set, not src. Here we define set of images. All the images are defined with comma, right? We define the set of images. And usually these images are controlled with CSS according to the media queries, according to the situation. So we can display different images. So these are actually src set. That means how we can control the images. So these attributes are enough. So actually some more attributes you will learn when you learn about some backend integration. But majority these attributes are enough. Basic attributes what you learned is height, width, src, alt, title, alignments and all. Some advanced attributes are this. You don't need to try or practice them, but just you need to know them, because later you can try them. Here now we cannot try this. We cannot show the difference for that. For that we need some backend integration with some APIs. Later in JavaScript and backend technology integration, you will use that. So this is all the concept about how we can deal with image. Next important is here is when you are dealing with images, already I told you another point, how to keep image SEO friendly. How to keep image SEO friendly, already we discussed that point. To keep image SEO friendly, you have to enclose image in a figure. with fig caption. That already I told you. We have to enclose the image in figure with fig caption to keep it SEO friendly. How to create fluid image? Fluid images by mentioning the size in %. SEO friendly is this one. So you have a figure and in that we have an image. Some pic, some width, some height. And here you have a fig caption. Some title, fig caption. And keep the figure. Every time we don't need that. We have this. That is the image. Right. Next important while working with images. So these are all options enough. Another important is, as I told you, we will have to learn SVG, Canvas, and other. By using JavaScript, you will learn. Those are other image types. Because for SVG, we need what? XML. XML and JavaScript language is required for using images like SVG. Later, we will do that. This is all about how we can keep the images in a page and what are the basic attributes for all the images. Next important while working with images, another point is CSS float for images. Already I showed you alignment, but while working with images, we use float option very much. So actually float is a CSS attribute. CSS attribute used to float content left or right. The content left or right. It controls the content wrapping along with alignment. So float, we have to define that. And one more option is there actually. Float may affect other elements in container. Hence, you have to use clear as CSS attribute to discard float. That is another combination actually. So we need two things. We need float. So we use flat left or right. And we have another option called clear. It is very much used with float. Clear, we have left, right, or both. These are combinations we use. Float left, float right, clear left, clear right, or clear both. That is images. While working with images, one more regularly used option is float. Yesterday I showed you align. Align can be left and right. But if you are keeping a content inside containers like figure and figure caption, align will not work. Then you have to control that by using float. Align will work only directly if image is present. But if you are keeping that in any another container, then align will not work. Then you have to manage that by using float option. It's a simple point actually, but see here, suppose we are having a heading. We are having a heading. So this is welcome and we have an image. Image source is /images and we have a1.jpg width 100 and height 100. Now usually this image will be below or above. Now what we can do is for this image style, for that image I am using style here float as right, then it will come right side. We are displaying that right side. And suppose we are having another image. So you observe here, there is another image. SRC is dot images, and we have a2.jpg. Width is 100 and height is 100. Now you see the image is there. That image we will keep not both left and right. This image have a class pick1 and this image have a class as pick2. Okay. Now this time I will use for pick2 and we have pick1. Pick1 is what? Float left. That means one left, another right. Now observe carefully here because heading already have line break above, below. Headings will have a line break. That means suppose I used this as normal div. I'm keeping this as normal div. Then it will be left and right and content is below. You have any paragraph, then instead of this div, you are having some paragraph here. So we are having some paragraph. Then you can see it will be like this. But observe carefully, paragraph should not be affected. This div should not be affected. Example, you see, float is working left and right. Suppose I keep this P. Now what is problem is the paragraph is affected by float. Actually, paragraph should not be affected by float. That means you keep one left, one right. But paragraph is affected by float. That means float you applied for whom? Pick1. What is the float we given? Left. And automatically paragraph is also aligned to left. Now we don't want paragraph to affect float. That means what we will do for paragraph, we will clear. Clear which side you want to clear? I want to clear left. That means left side floating will be clear. I want to means it will not affect the paragraph anymore. Actually float we given for which one? Image. But paragraph also goes beside. We don't want that to happen. Then what we will do? We will put clear. That means you given float only for this image, but the float is affected for this paragraph. We don't want paragraph to be affected by the float. Then for paragraph, you make sure that you given clear. Clear which direction floating should be cleared? Left. Because pick1 float left, pick2 float right. Any paragraphs are automatically affected. We should not make them affect. Then what we have to do? We have to use a clear. If you don't use that clear, paragraph is affected by floating. But we need to clear that. That is the reason float requires clear. Float is nothing but you can easily make any content left or right. But if other contents are disturbed by your float, then make sure that you are using clear for them. Clear left, clear right, or clear both. Sometimes it will affect left and right. For example, you see here, suppose this paragraph is kept below. That means now it will be like this. One is left, another one right. That means now previously also same. If I don't give this clear, what will happen? If I don't give clear, it will be like this. We need to clear it. Paragraph should not be affected. Then we have to use clear. Then it will display. One image left, another image right. What is the specialty about floating is you can easily change the placement whenever you want. For example, I will give pick one as float right and pick two as what? Float left. I'm just giving that. Then they will shuffle. It is easy to change the placement of any content dynamically. This will be very helpful in future when you create responsive design. Responsive design means you are adjusting the page width, you are adjusting the window size, you are watching on mobile like device, then automatically it should change. That you will learn how to write. If you are writing for mobile, then how it should appear. For widescreen, how it should appear. We can control that. Later in CSS, you will able to do that. So, but initially, what is the advantage is you can keep the content left, right? So this is an example for that. But remember that completely depends on how you clear the other contents. Otherwise, you will see a lot of disturbance. Regularly in websites, you will see, suppose you look at website like Netflix and all, and you will see that this people have a lot of content. You see, one is float right, another one is left. Here it is left and another one is right. This is all working through float. It is all working through the float option only. That means image float left and float right. It is easy to control the placement of content. This is all completely by using the float option only. By using float, we can easily keep this kind of alignment. So don't use align while working with responsive designs. Always you have to use float. So if anybody asks like, what is difference between right align and float right? What is that? Right align and float right, the difference is the right align is not a responsive one. So float is an responsive. That means here the question, what is difference between align and float? So here the advantage here is, so float is a responsive attribute of CSS. Responsive attribute of CSS. It can be controlled dynamically. So align is a basic HTML attribute used for text wrapping. It is not responsive. So if you want a fixed alignment, then better use align. If you want alignment to change dynamically, then you use the float. That is the alignments. So these are all the important points about images. Means while working with images, what are the basic requirements and what are the issues that you face and how to handle them. And some designs to practice. Now, once you know this, now next important topic is we have to learn about links in HTML. Links in HTML is very important for navigation. Means how user can navigate from one place to another. By using links, we can control that. This we will see in tomorrow's session. Right? This is enough for today. So in tomorrow's session, we will discuss about how to work with the links concept we will see. Okay. This is very important because website complete navigation depends on links. So tomorrow we will see how to create links and work with the links. Okay. Right.